This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today, please forgive me for any lighting issues. Obviously, this is a little bit too big for the light box, so we're doing the unnatural light in the collecting room. That being said, we've got the Evil Horde's FrightZone, the trap-filled stronghold of terror to take a look at today. This was originally announced as a Mattel Creations exclusive. However, it did go up for sale on Big Bad Toy Store, and was basically, I believe people said they were getting their orders from Big Bad Toy Store before Mattel even shipped out their lot. So I feel a bit cheated, especially since shipping is cheaper from Big Bad Toy Store than it is from Mattel, like literally half the price, I think. That being said, we see the front of the artwork here. I know other people have discussed this in more detail, but I'm just going to go quickly over it. The He-Man and Skeletor Battle Armor versions are based on their original prototype designs, which I believe I've been told had little creatures pop out of them instead of changing for the damage itself. We've got the Dark Grizzlor. We have the Red Beast Man, original version. I'm guessing that horror show there of Orko looks like some kind of creature that was a prototype that we never saw before. Man-at-Arms is his younger mustache-less self. Hordak looks like Hordak. And of course, we have the Green Goddess. So if we go ahead and we take a look at the top of the box here, we just see the creature on the side there. Can control the dreadful dragon. Branches grab and hold warriors. Trap a warrior in the tree monster's mouth. The tree monster's mouth. Prison holds one warrior. Rock monster snatches warrior's feet. The side, we just kind of continue the artwork. In this case, we have the original version of Triclops that wasn't released. Or I should say, it was released as a Mattel Creations exclusive. That was really hard to get. I had to eBay to get mine. And on this side, we see the slime pit, some slime monster thingy, and Modulok. And if you've seen my Modulok review, you probably might notice that that one was kind of a cluster too. And now, as we turn the box around, we see a product shot where they more or less tried to recreate the scene from the front of the box using the action figures. So why they used Tila instead of the Green Goddess, I'm not really sure since, she exists. But now that we've gone over the box, let's go ahead and open this sucker up, shall we? I would also like to point out, I never had the FrightZone as a kid. I had friends that did. So that tree trap, I almost want to say I thought it was like one of those foam attachments with like a cut in the middle, so you just kind of put them down there like quicksand. Some assembly may be required. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. Alrighty, so I think we can set these packets aside for the moment. Alright, before we get started on putting this monstrosity together, whoa. I want to take a look at the dragon. This sucker is big and very hollow. Like, I want to say Battlecat and Panther way more than this thing. Actually, I'm going to lower this down a little bit more. So, like, there is very little heft to it. But let's go ahead and just quickly go over the articulation of this six-legged dragon thingy, which looks like he's probably related to Modi. The mouth opens, and you'll note the head actually, the top of the head does move with the jaw a little bit, so that's kind of cool. Let's show that from the side. There's no articulate, well, the stuff here, the spot here is just for the head opening. The neck itself moves all around, so it's a ball joint. Though we can't really spin the neck too well. There's no jointing in the body, which is kind of a shame because it would be kind of nice if you could move it. The tail just has a simple spin feature at the back. Again, kind of cheap. And they don't even paint the tail at all to match the rest of it. So you just kind of go to this kind of like nice little, you know, this yellow streak going all the way down until you get to the tail, then it just abruptly stops. So that kind of throws things off. The arms here do appear to be just on simple rotation. And the wrists for the foot paw thing does have a spin and a hinge like the standard feet do. But it does not appear that as if these are on a ball joint that really gives you, or it might be a ball joint. Either way, it doesn't have enough room to really give to move around. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before we start building this damn castle. As far as a replacement for the hand puppet goes, which I kind of feel like this kind of represents the hand puppet more so. I'm not a big fan of this thing. Like, it looks kind of cool. Although it's got like, what is that, an underbite that looks really out of place on it. And the hand puppet itself, at least for children, you know, you put your hand in there, you put it out through the hole. You could grab the entire figure in it. This, not so much, because this head is really tiny compared to it. Like half the size. But we shall set that aside for right now. So we have the FrightZone here. We have our tree, which, let's go ahead and talk about the tree before we put it together, shall we? So this is that whole spot that allows you to grab onto people. This is a bit different, because if I remember correctly, the FrightZone itself, the tree, the limbs of the tree closed to grasp people. In this case, it's just the tree's got these little wiry bits that you can kind of make resemble like it's grabbing somebody. But it's still not a terrible design. And the teeth themselves are kind of a soft rubber, so you don't hurt yourself too much. I don't know what goes in there yet, though. So we know that this is the side of the FrightZone. And this is the other side of the FrightZone here. Where is the center section? Here we go. Here we have our jail cell. Should fit in here like this. It does actually kind of lock in place there. Oh, this thing doesn't even spin. Oh, what the hell, man. I thought this thing was going to spin in there, but it doesn't. It just kind of locks into place this way. And then you would pull it out. Turn it around and lock it into place this way. That's cheap. And that looks really dumb when you do it this way. You know, I mean, take a look at that. Does anybody disagree with me on this, that this part, once you have the jail cell backwards, looks stupid? Does anybody disagree with that statement? I just want to know now because I want to know if you have bad taste or not. So let's go ahead and take that out. Put it back in this way. So that's the way it looked in the original toy. And then we turn this around. It still looks terrible, but at least it doesn't look quite as bad. It also doesn't help that they didn't really put the same amount of detail in the coloring on the back of this as they did on the FrightZone itself. But the fact that, you know, when we had it in here, whoopsie. I just can't go on about this enough, right? Oh, for God's sake. Just the fact that all of this around here shows up like this just looks awful. It looks just awful. But I guess if you're displaying this from the inside, you're not going to notice that, right? So that's why they did it. But see, the problem is the inside's not painted as well as the inside of this is, so that looks awful too. So for the most part, I'm just going to keep it like that. Here's the little weird cage thingy to kind of lock onto people there. So we'll get that out of the way. we'll go ahead and we'll try attaching this here right now. Huh. Oh, there must be some pegs in one of those bags for that. Okay, well. This looks like it goes into here. Because I don't think it's going to fit in the other part. And that looks like it locks down. Ah, here we go. Then we got this part here, which slides in and locks down in there. So that entrance there has a little ramp to get up it. So far, so good, I think. Here's our little rock trap, by the way. You know, conveniently, my Masters of the Universe figures are about 5 feet away and I don't feel like getting up to get them. So how about Spidey here? This trap sucks. Not a fan. Also, it's about one of the most obvious things ever. So let's go ahead and because we know that the FrightZone is going to go together. Ah, god dang it. So we have the tree here, and we got Hordak's throne seat. Which looks like they go like that to pop in there and lock into place. Pop and lock, mother. Alright, and then we attach the tree to the top here to get it out of the way. Then we take this big ass stupid thing. See, now, again, the hand puppet took up the whole space there. But let's go ahead and open up these bags. Yeah, here are the two pins for the one part of the FrightZone. Here are the crows and the extra tree branch. Actually, where does the extra tree branch hook onto? Huh. I'll set that aside for the moment. But let's go ahead. Oh my god. I was gonna say, don't tell me I can't take that off. So we'll take the pin here. Stick it there. Flip this over. Take the other pin. Stick it there. Okay, this root thing is supposed to fit onto here. So it moves in and out a little bit, which feels kind of pointless to me. Put our tree back in place. Attach our crows. Is the whole thing visible right now? No. Let me raise this a little bit. Oh, I didn't notice this, but it looks like there's some tech in here and this tree branch right there. Oh, yeah, because if you put it this way, then that side looks like you're looking at Hordak's side of the thing. I suppose there are technically specific parts you're supposed to put the crows on. There we go. And just because I can, I'm going to bust out Chitara for this. So we can lock Chitara in the prison cell there. We can have her step in the trap, which is still stupid looking. We can have the dragon bite her head and drag her back. This is getting silly. We can do something that's probably in bad taste. Oh, her hair's coming out. She can be gripped into the tree branch like that. And we can have the tree eating her arm. So that's Chitara getting her ass kicked by the FrightZone. Chitara, Chitara. Now let's go ahead and spin the FrightZone around. Oh, wait. Before we do that, though, we must detach the inside, the outside, the floor. Turn it around so we can go back and reattach the floor. So now this beast takes up way, way too much room in there. Here's all that tech organic kind of look to it for the FrightZone. If you can see that. So we'll pull this bad boy out of the way. We have a second prison here, which generally speaking, I figure is almost designed exclusively for female figures because I'm not sure a male figure would fit in there very well. We have our weapons, which we attach onto here. Like so. Which I think is... I don't know why they bothered with the weapon storage there, to be honest with you. Just seems kind of silly. By the way, according to the instructions, this here is supposed to be a secret entrance where you can push your figures through. The teeth themselves are soft plastic again. But that just seems kind of stupid as well. Oh man, I feel bad. I feel like I'm really downgrading this set. I mean, it's not bad. There are problems, obviously. I wish I had the original FrightZone to look at so I could confirm what this is. If I'm right, and this was just a like a foam pit thing that you just stuck the figure through, let me know, because that's what I thought it was. And I don't know. To me, these gripping arms don't move in far enough to actually grab anything. And as far as this little trap here on the side goes, let's take a Hordak figure. Okay, it will hold a male figure. So I was wrong about that. But let's see about putting Hordak on the throne. Which also, this is like the only throne that I've seen them make that doesn't have footholds in it. Built in. So we can have Hordak up there in his throne. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Although, again, I'm just going to say this. They probably should have put the foot pegs in there because that just looks like it's going to fall out. Also, if you didn't notice, the like lava flow there is in the shape of a head or a face, another monster face. Because there aren't enough monster faces in this playset to start with. You know what I mean? Does this thing actually move, or is it just in place? Okay. I thought there were hinges back there so that would slide out. So the overall on this playset, honestly, it's not too bad. Like, I give them credit for coming up with that weird dragon thing, although it does take up most of the room on the front if you use it. There's like no good place to display the damn dragon, to be honest with you. Other than that, it's not too bad. I do kind of think, though, that maybe that the face on the side of the rock, the secret entrance, is meant more as kind of a throwback, though, to that puppet hand. But other than that, I think when you try to do that rock face for the cage, it looks terrible on the backside, but whenever you're displaying this, you're probably not going to see it both ways. Obviously, you're probably not going to have it on a turntable like it is right now either. The little prison cell's cool. I like that they have that there. They changed the way the capture thing works. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. The crows, well, whatever. They're crows. Or ravens. I think crows, though. If you're an ornithologist, though, let me know what that design really looks like. I think, however, though, for the most part, the way this is going to be displayed is with the outside, not the inside. And although Hordak's throne does work out pretty well, I think they made a mistake by not putting foot pegs there in order to help hold Hordak in place. I am surprised that while this spinning around has been going on that he has not fallen off on his own. 100% not gonna lie on that one, especially with the way he's sitting on there. But I think it's actually a pretty decent playset. It would have been nice if they'd done something different with the trap. I think that's what the trap and the dragon are like the weakest points of this thing, I think. I like that they did try to make a way for you to play with the inside as well as the outside, but I don't think that works out all that great. And I'm not sure how many people are actually really going to display the inside of the FrightZone anyway. As far as display purposes, however, I'm not sure where the hell you're gonna fit this thing in your collection because it is a weird shape. Like Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain both open all the way up. So as you might be able to, well, you can't see on these photos right now, but as you've probably seen in some of my previous videos that I've done showing my collecting room, you can have them opened all the way up and they become a nice display thing. Whereupon the FrightZone here, it's not as good for display as the Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull are. They're just not. And the only thing I can think of though for display purposes with the FrightZone is if I get that shelf that I want, or when I get the shelf that I want for the Eternian playset, which I also still haven't reviewed yet or opened, that maybe it'll have to go on one of those shelves because of its awkward positioning. Of course, I was kind of thinking about doing that too with the new Castle Grayskull Amazon exclusive that's coming out next year too. But why didn't you guys let me know what you think about this playset? Is it something you're excited for? Did you order it? Did you get it from Big Bad Toy Store or Mattel Creations? And did you get it before I did? I think I got this literally last week. But I think that'll do it for our look at the FrightZone. Please in the comments below, tell me what you think about it overall and everything. And if you enjoyed my nonsense, please subscribe. You'll hear more of it probably. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to like the smash button. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.